made everyone in my high school graduating class want to give me pussy and also penis. So fuck you for that.
Shocking this girl's shot collar in front of her mom recently. It was a real weird
Ew,
situation.
dude.
No herpes, no credit score.
Yeah.
Pop
No
off in the
problem.
comments.
Yeah.
Call us.
My dick right now, I actually have 13 million now, so fuck all the 12 million bitches that you already fucked before you even met them.
I don't know how. Like, we've got all this technology.
Do you want me to tell you how it works?
Why not?
So the microphones capture your audio and they send it to this interface, and which translates it to binary code so that the computer can process it.
I mean, I know that much.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably not even really how it works.
Well, that is how it works. So
No, it's got these little guys inside, right?
It turns the sine audio waveforms into binary.
Into some type of code.
They just hear what we say, and then they send it to the
Dude,
computers of the other little
there's-
guys that are there, and then they just mimic it exactly. And so it sounds exactly like us, but it's actually just a bunch of little guys in the
There's
speaker.
an audio engineer listening to this getting so pissed.
He's right there. He's
Oh,
behind
yeah.
the desk.
I mean, I wouldn't consider myself like an engineer.
No.
You just engineered this audio, and so did I. You know what?
That's
We're both
true.
audio engineers today.
I pulled up some info on ChatGPT that was completely useless.
You know what?
Well,
But
actually, hold on. That did get us into the interface. Look at the interface.
Ultimately, it was switching the USB.
yeah, I was really just switching. But you know what? You
Moving
tried.
one cord.
It was
You
just
were you
moving it
helped
from
with
one
the
port to
troubleshooting
another.
process.
I did
Yeah, and
try.
you know what Benjamin Franklin said
Of course.
about the light bulbs. He figured out a million ways how not to make a light bulb. That's what you're an audio engineer today too,
Benjamin Franklin.
We're all audio engineers.
The light bulb, dude.
same guy, same difference, man.
Yeah.
One of those historical
they say
guys.
It's Thomas Edison, but didn't he steal it from another guy?
You steal it from a black
he
man.
was electrocuted. No, no.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Black people.
They
didn't
love
invent it.
stealing
Thomas
shit
Edison,
from black
he didn't
people back
invent the light bulb. He sold it. He was the first person to mass produce it.
Yeah.
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 And everyone's like, "Oh, he had the lightning and the key, and he put the lightning
That
in
was
the
Benjamin
light in the
Franklin.
bottle."
Franklin.
That was Benjamin Franklin, and not in a bottle. Didn't put it in- that was the first light bulb. Was Benjamin Franklin?
What is a light bulb except literal lightning in a bottle?
Damn.
That's where is that not where the saying comes from?
We're getting the old world with it. For
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm feeling kind of old today.
Are you feeling your age a little bit?
No, I'm feeling more like 80, like old as fuck, like channeling grandpa.
You know, I always said that I thought you were, like an old soul. No, it's like you've been here before.
I've seen this shit before, man. I never told you, but I remember everything, every past life, every experience.
Yeah, I know.
I remember
that's
it
not
all.
True. I know that's not true.
I was on the Mayflower.
I know that's not true. Dude, so what I was wanting to tell you earlier, Connor, is Sam was just spurting out in the group chat today. We're in a group chat with a bunch of different people, and some of them voted for Trump or whatever, and Sam just was crashing out on them today.
Oh, I'd love to see Sam crash out on some
It was
people.
he was getting so mad at them because he has a ton of money in the stock market. That's when he gets mad.
Oh, Sam's a finance bro? I had no idea.
Yeah, no, he got all that. He just got the We Belong money.
He's got everybody's retirement accounts are taking a huge hit right now.
Yeah, and he just has a bigger one than everybody else.
Yeah, mine is down or was down 10% yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you've been putting into it for a while, that could mean a lot of money.
Y'all have fucking retirement accounts?
I do.
I
I
don't.
just started one a couple months ago.
I do not.
Yeah, the same, bro. I'm in so much debt.
Yeah. We're that's why we're doing the podcast.
You guys
I went
got to
into
get
debt for
Dave
this
Ramsey on
podcast.
the show.
What's up?
You guys got to get Dave Ramsey on the show.
Who's Dave
Dude,
Ramsey?
yeah, he would fucking rip us apart. Dude.
Yeah.
He would be so mad at
Is
our...
he another finance bro?
Yeah, he's
He's like Southern Christian finance man. He's like, pay off all your debts.
Yeah. That's how mom got out of
beans and
debt.
rice and beans. I can't fucking talk.
Yeah.
I'm checking out.
Wait,
You guys got this.
No, he's
mom? What?
Yeah, he's he preaches this gospel of look, you got to get out of debt, and here's how you're gonna do it. You're not gonna spend any fucking money, and all the spending you're doing is bullshit. But he doesn't curse, so I shouldn't even put that on his name.
Yeah, he says bull crap.
Yeah, he's like, that's bull crap. Yeah, he's like when
So
you tell him that
Christian.
you go out to eat, He's like, that's just bullcrap. Or you're like buying a new car or whatever. And he tells you what he calls it the snowball effect. So what you do is you pay off your smallest debts first, which on paper is not a good idea. But he's saying that the emotional snowball effect you get from the satisfaction of paying off a small debt is oftentimes worth more than the actual, like, going towards your biggest debt and not making a dent in it.
Okay.
And that's how Mom got out of debt. Was that method?
Oh, I thought you were saying this guy's how she got into debt. I was
No.
Oh, okay.
She followed like his gospel of just like.
Oh shit! See, I've been doing the exact opposite. I've been paying my biggest ones first.
Yeah, which is what you should do. like it's on paper it's better to do that because the interest is higher on a bigger debt.
Right, but it's more like a mental.
It's a
mental game.
Yeah,
paying the little ones. That's like.
Yeah,
you
like,
just
okay.
you want to see the dominoes fall. That's kind of the whole thing. But
Mm-hmm.
what most people do is that they would pay off the thing with the highest interest first.
Which is if you can do it.
Yeah.
Right, but most people he kind of is like meeting people where they're at.
Yeah.
This is like really funny too.
Yo,
We kind of endorse
I
Dave Ramsey because he's like
I love Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, he's like
he helped me get my shit on track.
Yeah, I mean me too, dude. I listen to him too. And it's,
I've got some pretty good news. I got my credit score back up to 707.
Yo, that's
Nice.
not bad at all.
Like a couple days ago.
That's
so
nice.
I'm celebrating.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, having a root beer.
I was in a lot of debt.
Yeah, dude.
Still kind of am.
I owe the IRS like a solid chunk of change for
Same.
sure.
Yeah, I've just been doing the payment plan.
Yeah, me too. I'm just kind of keeping in touch with them.
Yeah.
But they
Actually, I'm rich as fuck. I'm super successful doing what I do.
Right. And me too.
Now that was a bit.
That was a bit like
Very rich.
being, like,
Very wealthy. Ladies?
not trying to. Yeah.
Just saying.
Not trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, so if we were in debt, this
That
is
would-
what we would do. Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. But if you are in debt, all you have to do is start a wildly successful Instagram career, and
Maybe a podcast.
maybe a podcast
Yeah.
too. Like it's really,
Sort of like this
it's
if
really-
we were in debt. you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I would do. But I'm mostly just doing it to diversify my port.
Yeah, no, this is just
Your port?
Yeah.
This is just a good time.
That's
you know?
I was using slang. It's short for portfolio.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us kind of know
Yeah.
that. Like yeah.
You got to dive that port.
Yeah, you got to div the port. 100%. Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. I have some holdings that are doing very well at the moment.
Yeah, I've seen your holdings. They're
Impressive.
they're held.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're held. Yeah. Okay,
Dude,
so
my retirement account on April 4th is down 16%.
oh, that's a lot of it.
That is numbers
Yeah.
that I
But
understand.
hey, you know what? Manufacturing is coming back. to
Yeah,
America.
did you hear about the new Nike plant that they're opening in Topeka, Kansas?
Oh, they are?
No.
Oh. No. Okay, that's good. Well,
we're gonna get so many American jobs back with these tariffs.
I know. It's like what I'm thinking is like, look,
I know there's like trust me, bro, he's playing 5D chess.
Yeah.
All part of the plan. I'm like, I really hope that that's true. I like, no joke, you better be playing 5D chess right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, that'd be a lot nicer than if he was just
It's like,
fucking
if
us
it-
all
If
completely.
if it was me president, I'd probably put in maybe some type of infrastructure to like, if we're gonna grow manufacturing in America, maybe we should have made some of those factories first. Like maybe have like some kind of government job program where you can
hold on.
No, he.
Stop.
Oh.
Bad things are happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And open up all the current tasks and like close it.
We're back.
We're back.
Got that CC.
Yeah.
That's short for Connor Clap.
Yeah. And we
I
got
can't-
that name
I
for
can't
when he
move.
got chlamydia
That's true.
in Atlanta, Georgia.
You did?
Yeah.
How was it?
Burned.
Oh, I meant Atlanta, but like
Oh, Atlanta's a great city. I love Atlanta.
Atlanta's cool.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind living there.
Yeah, I've never got chlamydia, but
No, I've actually never had chlamydia.
Doesn't
This
sound
is a
that
bit
chill.
that we're doing.
Well, it's like you just
You take some antibiotics and
You
you're
take-
fine.
yeah, you-
So I've heard. 'Cause
Yeah, it
I've
seems
never
like
had
most STIs are like pretty chill to get nowadays.
Yeah.
it's been like that for a minute.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
actually don't know hardly anything about sex ed. Not gonna lie.
I'm tapped in.
Like I kind of just like every time I do some shit with, I just like, you know, go and get everything checked, and then I'm like, all right.
You know, most people who have herpes, like genital herpes, they go their whole lives without even ever knowing that they had it.
Don't like a third of people have herpes or some shit?
Yeah, it's like 20% of people have genital herpes. But it's like most people who get it don't ever get flare-ups, or they get one that's so minor that they don't even notice it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then it's just kind of luck of the draw, like how bad it is.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've only ever known one person who had like actual bad herpes.
Yeah, it's like unlucky, basically.
Yeah.
Like most people who get it don't even know that they have it, and they don't even spread it.
Yeah. We could all have it and we
Yeah.
wouldn't know.
Well, I got tested for it, and so.
Yeah,
Well, I've also been,
I don't have it.
I guess that's true. I've been tested for it too.
Because
And-
it's like you cannot show, but if you get a blood test, it'll tell you if you have it.
yeah, I got the blood test.
Yeah. So
We don't have herpes
ladies
and our
out
credit
there.
scores rock.
Ladies.
So
yeah. You know, I actually don't have a credit score.
Ladies.
ladies, what do we think?
No herpes, no credit score.
Yeah.
Pop
No
off in the
problem.
comments.
Yeah.
Call
good.
us.
Yeah, good to go.
We should get a phone number to take live calls at some point.
I would love to do live unscreened calls.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that is like the.
It's gotta happen.
Yeah.
It's gotta happen.
All right. You want to move on to like notes?
Buttons. You were saying something about buttons on the balcony.
Yes. I'm so glad you reminded me. Okay, so tell me if you remember this or if I'm actually like losing my mind. So, back in the day, I remember like it was after you moved to Oregon. You were gone for a couple years, and then you came back, and then we were at the mall, and then we were pressing a button on an elevator. You were pressing a button, and you like put your
There's an elevator at the mall?
in the parking structure.
Oh.
And then you
Okay.
like took your jacket and then put your finger over your thumb of the button.
I did.
And I asked you why you did that. And then you told me it was because a few years ago you were at a hot tub.
Oh yeah.
And then what you happened was the button to like push the bubbles on. Like
It was all fucked up.
Yeah, so, like,
can I finish this? Because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
pisses me off.
Yeah.
There was this dude that used to sit in the fucking bathtub. He would get the pool net. He would bring it over to the bathtub, and he would just, instead of getting out of the bathtub to press the bubble button, which is weird. I've never seen like a jacuzzi button like that at a modern public hot tub. But anyways, he would just jab the button with the fucking pool net rod, and eventually it fucked up the whole paneling, and the button was all like crooked in there and fucked up, and I pressed it. I got so electrocuted, like I'm pretty sure I lost consciousness for a second.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then I saw you do that thing because you're like, oh, I'm scared of pressing buttons of a certain size now because I'm like a rat in a lab that got electrocuted that can't eat the food anymore. And the reason I noticed it right away is because I did that same thing because I did the same thing at the same hot tub. Like I saw it was like the paneling, like the front panel of like the mechanism for the button was like only held together by the wires of it, and I was like, oh well, it's still connected.
We just both got shocked the fucking
Yeah, and then
shit
I
out of it.
literally blacked out from how hard I got electrocuted. Like
We just didn't tell each other about it until
for
like years later.
Yeah. It's like, hey, did you get horribly electrocuted at the hot tub? Like we both have the same stupid brain where we're like, well, it's still connected, dude. Like it's wires. Like I know how components work. It's like didn't think for a minute that maybe touching exposed wires like while you're soaking wet might be a bad idea. And they got electrocuted so badly we couldn't press buttons for like 5 years.
You know what's crazy? I completely forgot that happened.
Yeah.
And I've been pressing this apartment's smashed ass buttons, like not even thinking about
It took years. It was years until I could press buttons. Like actually, like
God,
because that was like
totally
more than
forgot about-
10 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, and it was like up in maybe a couple years ago. Because it's like, you know how it's like the shock gum. You know, like the gum that you pull.
Yeah.
That, like, and it's like when you know it shocks you, it's like you can't pull it.
Yeah.
Like that's what it felt like when I went in to go try to press a button.
Oh my gosh, this girl, her name was Stephanie. We had a thing for a while. Hey, Stephanie.
I already fucked her.
No, you didn't.
I did a bunch of times.
No.
And she said your shit was small and that I was awesome.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, I did.
She had this cool electric pin that shocks you when you press it.
Yeah.
You know? And we had a platonic friendship, and when you pressed it, it shocked you. And so I tried it on my neck, and it hurt.
Yeah. Was that like your like was that like
No, you
like arousing?
You caught me off guard. No. It's just so I no,
Well,
no.
because you were the one saying like, "What's up, Shawty?" like a second ago,
Yeah, I didn't mean it.
and like the shocking pin like had nothing to kind of do with that.
No, but I do be into shocking now. Yo, I was shocking this girl's shot collar in front of her mom recently. It was a real weird situation.
Dude. Nah, dude. What do you mean, dude? You can't
Chill
be
out.
nah, dude. Yeah, nah.
No, okay, it wasn't that weird.
No, that's weird.
It wasn't.
Nah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
weird.
that's pretty weird.
That's fucking weird, dude.
No, it wasn't like any kinky way.
Okay, you're okay. Nah, the way
So-
you said it was so like impure, dude.
No, okay, so it was. So we were all playing VR chat together, right? This girl's mom's like really into VR chat, and I was doing this little VR chat meetup, and she like had her shot collar on, so I was like long distance like shot collaring her because it was like funny. And then her mom was also there, and I was like joke flirting with her mom while like
It should be a solid move. That's a solid move.
shocking her in front of her, and that was funny. That
Yeah,
was a
you
fun
didn't.
time.
You didn't justify yourself at all with what you said. You're like, nah, let me explain. You're. It's just as bad as I thought it was.
No, 'cause-
It, like doesn't clear you whatsoever.
all right, I'll give you that. It's kind of weird.
No, that's yeah. All right. Well, we agree. We all agree, Connor. You're with
I
me.
think it's a little weird.
Yeah. It's like
I
I
do
don't want
some
to be
weird
doing.
shit.
It's like, why are you wearing the shot collar in the
I
first
won't even
place?
honestly like. I won't even really kiss a girl in front of their parents. Really.
That's weird.
I'll like put my hand on their like the top of their back, maybe kiss them on the head, you know. But like I wouldn't do even lips on lips, and I probably wouldn't like dial up their like wireless butt plug.
It wasn't
while they're at the dinner table with their family either.
It wasn't
Call
a-
me prude.
It wasn't
Maybe
a
I'm
butt
just- maybe
plug.
I'm just
It was a
prude.
shot collar.
Yeah,
Okay.
that goes into your butt,
No.
like sensory wise.
have you been shocked in the neck before?
Actually, I'm gonna say no, I haven't.
Next
that's
segment.
the truth.
You're gonna love this one.
Strapped up to the fucking chat. Me like with like a fucking like maid's outfit with like a bell around my neck and getting electrocuted.
You realize we're gonna have to get either you or Connor in a dress at some point on this podcast.
I mean, if it's for money, I would consider it. Maybe. I mean, I guess we'd. Well, hold on. Let's.
Jeff has a way fatter ass
That
than
was
me, so
what-
I think it should be him.
I thought I would have to do a lot more convincing. To be
No,
honest.
I'm gonna hold my own for a second here. I'm gonna dial it. I'm gonna backpedal a little bit and say maybe for a subscriber goal, like a Patreon goal, you know, like a significant one.
For the low price of $3,000,
Maybe we're getting 3,000. Okay, so
we'll put Jeff in a dress.
$3,000 a month,
Him.
$5 a month Patreon. How many is that? How many Patreons is that? How many patrons is that?
We'll figure it out.
600.
We'll get you in that dress.
Yeah, 600.
So 600 patrons. I'll fem up for an episode, I suppose.
We'll split the profit 3 even ways.
Yeah, can we
Nah.
let's do a gender dysphoria episode. You know, I'll dress super femme too, since that also makes me uncomfortable. We could do gender dysphoria episode where we all have dysphoria.
Yeah, 600. All of your weird fucking kinks audience can come true. Your weird fucking yeah. Sickos. Yeah. Cool stuff.
All right.
Yeah. So that's a promise. I'll say that's a promise.
Hey, all
I'm
right.
going to throw in another clap really quick.
Yeah.
just because
Gotta have 'em.
once I turned Ableton back on, I forgot to turn on my video.
Oh, okay.
But we're good.
We're chilling.
Yeah.
So I got an idea from what we were watching earlier with Conan O'Brien. I just wanted to ask if either of you have any harrowing wildlife experiences.
Whoa, I bet Connor's got a good one.
Yeah, I do.
You go first.
I almost got killed by a moose once.
Yo, in
Yeah.
Alaska?
Yeah. So, yeah, I went to college at the University of Alaska in Anchorage, my first year of college. Went there on a track scholarship, and we would go on long runs. And we got all like wildlife trained and everything. And me and my roommate were on a run one day, and we're running in a suburban neighborhood, and we're running past this house, and we run past these two brown bushes. And then it occurs to us that maybe we didn't just run by two brown bushes, and we turn around, and it's a mom moose and her calf,
Oof.
and she's standing up, and she's like pawing at the ground like she's going to charge at us. And what you do there, you face the moose, but you keep walking backwards.
Like a bear.
Exactly. And we did that for, probably like 100 yards, and then we were good. She didn't charge us. Good thing she didn't, because she would have stomped one of us to death.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Yeah, pretty.
Don't moose kill more people than bears?
I would believe that.
Yeah.
They're
I think deer kill the most people?
yeah, deer are not.
It's just because there's a lot of deer.
There's a lot of them, and they're probably like auto accidents
Yeah.
related to deer.
Yeah, it's not like a deer killing you. It's like
No.
Like you hit the deer and then you go check on it and it kicks you in the face and puts you in a coma.
or you just die from the accident, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, hitting the deer
Yeah,
and
you
the
die
car
from
crashes. Yeah.
a car.
Yeah, they're just like they're not as vicious as they're just like in the way.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. So it's really the car is more than the deer
Yeah, I
that's
guess so.
killing
It's
people.
really you just killing yourself.
Yeah.
By running into a deer.
Crazy that would be considered like a statistic of deer killing people when it's us running into them
Yeah,
and
yeah.
dying from
Just like
us
building a road through where they live and driving drunk down
These
it.
fucking deer wiping out
Yeah.
people like no
Just,
tomorrow.
Go 3 a.m. drunk trying to find your fishing spot and just hitting a deer and dying. Like 27 years old. Many
We
such
gotta do
cases.
something about these deer.
Yeah. Well, if we keep doing what we're doing, it won't be a problem for very much longer. Most like scared I was wildlife was I was in like the June Lake area, and I had like just moved there, and it was like the first few days I was there. I was like living in this motel, like right by this lake, and I was just going around like exploring it or whatever, and I saw these like paw prints, and I followed them. I don't know why, just following them, I guess. And I thought it was like a dog's prints. And then
How big were they?
they were like small, like I don't know, like that big. And then I saw like a bunch of the prints like circling around each other. And then I saw a big print. And then right when I saw a big print, I was like, oh shit, bear and little bears. And then they like led up, and I looked up, and there was like a cave. And then I just like looked into the cave, and I was like, a family of bears is in that cave. And then right when I realized that, I heard bear noises, like coming from like the little like enclave of like rocks.
Like you heard like a
little, yeah, like something like
Whoa.
that, yeah. And then I didn't see it because it was dark. And then I just dipped, ran up a hill, and I saw bears. Like that was like the time I was the most scared because I know like
pussy should have gone inside.
yeah, like I saw multiple bears, but it was like fine. Like I was so surprised when I first saw bears because they just like they're black bears, right? And so they're like raccoons. They like when they see you, they're just like
black bears.
digging through trash, and then they look at you and they're like they like hiss. And they like put their
They
heads
do?
down and hiss. Yeah, like exactly like raccoons, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah, raccoons are fucking crazy.
raccoon the other day or
They're just all up in your shit.
the other day I was walking and then I saw a raccoon and I like started beckoning to it.
Why are you saying it like that?
Like what?
Raccoon.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, it's just a different way to say it. Some people say raccoon, some people say raccoons.
I've never
No, they
heard
don't.
someone say raccoon.
Is that a Pokemon? Am I saying it like the Pokemon?
Maybe.
There's a raccoon-based Pokemon called It's not called raccoon. I know that much at
It
least.
might be called raccoon.
It's not. It's definitely
Well,
not.
anyways, saw the raccoon, and
This is gonna drive me crazy. What's this Pokemon called? It's like first gen, I
Jamie,
think.
will you pull that up?
Yeah, pull up the Pokemon. Pull up the raccoon Pokemon, please.
If you could. If you could.
If you could be so kind.
If you could be.
I guess.
It's gonna drive me. I'm not gonna be it. It starts with an R for sure.
I was like beckoning towards it. Like,
You're thinking of Zig Zagoon.
Doesn't start with an R. But
So yeah, not even close. Or
Wait,
probably
what's it-
probably
wait.
Zigzagoon.
does it have like an evolution?
it like kind of looks like a raccoon though, right?
I think maybe it's like there's
So there's Zigzagoon and then there's Galarian Zigzagoon.
that's it.
Um,
There's not one that's called raccoon.
There's no.
it
Okay.
evolves into Galarian Lanuno, which evolves into Obstagoon.
Obstagoon. Nice. I was beckoning towards it, and then it started coming towards me, and then it like started squaring up, and I was like,
The raccoon.
"Yeah, why was I calling to it? What did I think was I'm gonna pet it? No."
Yo, I was smoking a joint at that hot tub we got electrocuted at one time, and I looked over and a raccoon came right up to me. Like I was like, chilling just like this.
Yeah.
And it came up like right here, and we just like stared each other down a little bit.
Yeah, they're bold,
and it
dude.
came to
Yeah.
hang out for a minute and then left. And I don't know. I was in a headspace where I just like did not care if it clawed my face off. So like I think it just knew I was chill like that.
I just like really didn't give a fuck.
Just
dude.
really just did give a fuck,
Yeah.
Had a real hard day, my 15-year-old life.
Dude, it's hard being 15.
It can be.
Yeah, like puberty, dude.
Yeah, dude, I did that shit twice too.
What do you mean?
Puberty.
What do you mean you did? Oh, I guess it's like because you're putting a bunch of hormones into your body.
It's effectively second puberty.
Oh yeah, I never thought of it like that.
Really? No, yeah, it's there's almost no
Yeah,
difference.
because it's just like you're like awkwardly transforming into something else. That's
Yeah.
gonna be good later.
And like physically, like the things that you go through are just a second puberty.
Right. Yeah, I guess it would be like do your balls drop when you get new balls? They probably come pre-dropped.
What?
Like
Huh?
if you get balls, they're probably dropped already.
What are you saying?
Like your balls drop, like when you hit puberty, like your
Yeah.
balls drop. So like when you trans into getting balls, they probably come pre-dropped. They don't like build
Like,
in a
if
dropping mechanism.
What? Like, are you talking about trans masks who start testosterone?
I suppose.
They don't. I mean, they don't really have balls usually.
Oh, they don't have balls?
No.
Oh.
Are you thinking of ovaries?
Well, no, it's like, so if you're if you're a girl becoming a guy, you don't get balls?
No.
Oh. They don't even put in like fake balls?
Oh, are we talking about that?
They can. Yeah, I'm talking about how I went through second puberty. I can't tell if Jeff's being dead ass that he.
I was asking if you go through puberty twice and if you're becoming a man, do your balls drop or do they come pre-dropped?
I don't
What do
think
you
it-
mean by pre-dropped? What are you saying?
Do people get
Also,
like the
wait, hold on.
prosthetic balls?
Something I'm thinking about right now is, as a kid, do your balls drop? Like I remember.
Yeah,
that-
so
Did
I
are they-
can speak about this a little bit. Yes,
Yeah.
your balls drop. They start up in you, pretty much, and
they're inside of you?
Um,
I don't remember that.
pretty much. And then they drop. Yeah, and
They're in you?
Yeah, and
So it's like when you got like a little sack when you were a kid, there's nothing in there?
I think so. And then
No.
Connor, will you pull this up?
That's not it.
don't pull this up, maybe, but
Will you look up videos of child's balls?
I'm good.
yeah, don't do that, especially on my PC, please.
Yeah, they're just waiting for you to look up something like that.
Yeah, dude, my FBI agent's transphobic as fuck.
Yeah.
So like, but when you start estrogen as trans femme, your balls they shrink and some people's get pulled back up a bit.
Okay. Well, it's good to know.
Science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have you want a tier list?
I just also wanted to. I also wanted to talk about the other effects of HRT a little bit because it's interesting to me. I love this topic.
No, this is good. This is good.
The reason trans masks voices deepen on testosterone, is because vocal cords can like expand, but they can't shrink. So that's why trans femmes have to do voice training if they want their voices to be higher. Our mom though actually thought that it was hormones making my voice higher, but she just like assumed that, and it was just like my voice just getting higher because I was transitioning and kind of actively trying, but also just like talking like how I wanted to talk.
I have noticed like the more like when you're like just interacting with the public,
my voice gets like my voice becomes more like yours when I'm around you. I think because we grew up together, but like when I'm in the public, especially when I get like so high, like I'm like way up here, and I'm talking a lot gayer. I really put it on a lot more, and it doesn't even feel natural to do when you're in the room, but it feels natural.
But wait, when you
you're
do it when we're
gone.
out together, like I see you do it all the time. Like if you're like, you know, we're going to a restaurant, you're like talking to like a waiter or something, or like you're talking to really anybody that you don't know around me.
Yeah.
And then that's something I noticed, and then the switch is hilarious because it's like sometimes we'll be like hanging around with like people we don't know very well, and then like we'll go into another room or whatever, and then you'll just be like, what the fuck is up? Fucking dumbass.
I don't know what it is, because like I don't even really try to put it on that hard.
No, and
except for right now because of like it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
But something about you just like brings out my fucking dude bro voice.
I think I do. I would say that I would actually, for all the people right now who are watching this, trying to clip it for Fox News, be like, it's all a fucking act. Like you're pretending to be a woman. It's like everyone who's pretending to be a woman all the time. But like, what it is like, it's so natural and people do it all the time. Like you put on airs for...
I know way more cis men who force their voices
this is what I was trying to...
than trans femmes.
Yeah.
They fucking like
and I would say,
like
what
they
I was
try
trying
to
to
get
say
on their
is like,
fucking
I bring this out in other people I notice all the time. Is like, I'm just so dude bro with it that other people start like matching my like bro levels.
It's contagious.
Yeah. It's just when you're that fucking chill, dude.
Yeah, let's do I wanted to ask if anything comes to mind. Obviously, you don't have to answer, especially if nothing good comes to mind. What's one of the most embarrassing experiences you've had?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Just in general, most embarrassing.
Yeah, wait. I didn't get to do my harrowing wildlife encounter.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you do that. You do that.
Well, okay. I guess I don't actually have really any harrowing ones. You know, I've had a really chill relationship with animals, like the raccoon that came up and chilled with me. One time I was smoking in some storm drains, and the skunk just came up to me and just like stared at me for a while. That was cool. I found, oh my gosh, I was helping mom babysit one time, and this lovebird they had flew straight out the window. Its wings weren't clipped for too long, so it just like was gone. And I went out looking for it for like 20 minutes. It was like, I just like felt like I heard it chirping.
This. Yeah, I remember.
I felt like I heard it chirping. Yeah. I didn't even know what it sounded like. I was just like, that's not your average bird noise. Yeah. You don't hear those around here. Yeah. I tracked it down. It was at the top of this high ass tree in the wash, and I just held my finger out and Cinderella'd that shit. It came down, popped slowly down onto my finger, and I just brought it back.
Yeah, when mom was like nannying, and they're like,
it was fucking two cop parents.
Yeah, it was like rich cop family.
Yeah, mom told them about that shit, and they were just like, oh, I would have just let it go. They were disappointed.
It's like the coolest thing ever, and they like did not give a fuck. It's like so rich person, dude. Like it was so annoying. That pissed me off so much. Just like
that was the start of my ACAB arc.
Yeah, my daughter just performed like what's essentially like a miracle. It's like something, it's a story from the Bible. Like, he literally just like summoned like a wild, like a bird that escaped, like to just come back to you to a house. It was so fucked up. And then we were like so excited to tell them, like, as a family. And they're like, oh, that dumbass bird, you should have just let it go. I hate my life. I hate being a cop.
Yeah, and they got divorced. Shocking. I know.
Shocking. It's like, yeah, it's like people who are like, oh, why did my wife leave me? It's like, if you can't fucking
Can't appreciate the little things.
the things in life like that.
No,
That's not even a little thing.
They were both cops, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
And cops have a 50% divorce rate, so
yeah.
100% chance they were going to get divorced.
Yeah.
You do the math there.
Yeah.
But another thing I had happen to me, I think I've told you about this one. I was on a school field trip at a farm, and we were in, like, the sheep pen. And all the sheep came around me in a fucking semicircle, and they just started staring at me. And the teacher and the whole class were just like, "Why are you the chosen one?"
Yeah,
all
it's
these
like that's satanic.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then what was even crazier than that is like literally like a third, or not a third, 3/4 of that class like developed a crush on me like during that field trip, and they were all flirting with me, and it was very uncomfortable.
You know what's so annoying about this? You know, I'm gonna stop you right now. What's so fucking annoying about you right now is you were like, oh, what's a scary experience you had with animals? And then set us up to just like talk, and then you're like, well, actually, it's like I'm awesome with animals, and to the point where it's like almost spiritual, and it made everyone in my high school graduating class want to give me pussy and also penis. So fuck you for that. Yeah, and I'm 97% sure that you are like partially possessed by a demon, which is also fucking annoying because it's like, yeah, a bunch of sheep circling you, and then it's like makes everyone want to make you like fucking turn you out gay style is demonic. And I remember the first time that Kat smoked weed, or it was like the second time. It was actually one of the scariest things I've ever seen ever in my entire life. And I do think it's caused a huge amount of problems. Is you took a dab. We were like doing dabs. It was like the second time you smoked weed, we gave you just like a fat dab. Really irresponsible. Not a good idea. And
we were both kids.
Yeah, we were I was 27, you were 13. Yeah. Yeah, children. Just children. We were normal men. But then I was like, I remember like you hitting it and then thinking like in my 15-year-old brain, like, I shouldn't have given her that much fucking weed. That was a bad idea. Like, she's gonna start wigging out. And then I like went inside with my like cool, like normal friends. And then you were like writhing around on the floor, like and like speaking Latin and just like yelling it. And it's like, we didn't even really know you at the time. Like, I didn't even really know you at the time. And my friends were like, oh, Jesus Christ. They're like Catholic. They're like, I'm leaving now. This is horrific. And I remember just like being stoned and being like, I think I allowed like demons to like enter my sister.
No, dude, it's cool.
And now she's gay and also trans.
No, you expelled the demons. That's what it was. It was an exorcism.
That's what a fucking demon would say. All right, well, should we move on to the tier list?
Bro, I don't even know what happened. Like, a lot of those, I remember, like, that wasn't the only time that happened, too. Like, I would lose my shit when we first started, like, when I first started smoking weed. And, like, a lot of people thought I was just, like, fucking around. But, like, no, something came over me. I don't know what that was about.
Also, you know, they say, like addiction to drugs and pornography and loose women, like, allows, like, it, like, opens you up to demonic possession.
I guess I got fucking possessed, dude. That's probably why I have DID now.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the standard, like, what you look for, you know? It's like, oh, they, you know, multiple people existing inside of them and blah, blah. It's just, you know, pretty textbook stuff.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Thanks for getting me possessed, bro.
Yeah, well, you know, they don't come in unless you let them.
Let's do that tier list.
Yeah, let's move on from this, I would say.
Do I have the tier list?
I think we sent
texted it to the group chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can you?
We're gonna do a zillennial tier list full of.
A what tier list?
Zillennial, you know, Gen Z, millennial cusp.
Would you?
That's us. We're pretty much zillennials, like especially you.
You're 98.
Yeah, you're very much on the cusp. I'm 98,
96.
so I'm Gen Z, but like. Like
I think a lot
we
of
have
people,
a lot of millennial
I think,
tendencies. We were on the internet so early, like way
Right.
earlier than anyone else our age. We were on the deep internet.
Right.
So like I think we have a lot of millennial
Yeah,
tendencies.
I was way too on the internet. I saw some stuff I shouldn't have seen.
Yeah, I think we were kind of in that awkward cusp where it is kind of the
all those
cutoff.
like ISIS beheading
Yeah,
videos.
we were like on
I
Live
didn't need
Leak,
that.
4chan,
Yeah.
MySpace. I was in this weird time where it's like I had a Facebook before I had a MySpace. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it was like we're watching Homestar run there. Like I saw like the first YouTube videos, you know?
Yeah.
Like shoes.
Bro, Weeble stuff, Homestar Runner,
Yeah.
fucking Salad Fingers.
Yeah,
dude.
like that's very millennial. And like I'm a millennial, I think more so. I think it's like I'm like
You're very cusped out.
yeah,
I
I would say it's like we're both cusped out. You're more on the Gen Z side, and I'm
Yeah.
more on the millennial side.
Yeah.
But a lot of people would like laugh, I think, if you said 96 was Gen Z.
Probably.
But it's also just bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a solid line. It's like
Yeah.
it's always gonna blend.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think Gen Z is like 2000 and above is kind of like
Yeah.
the cutoff.
I don't really remember what I put on this list. I think we made it together when we were drunk one time. So
Oh, we did this together?
you did some of the items. I think I don't know.
Well,
let's
maybe
start with item
yeah,
one.
Yeah, so we just
So
go
wait,
down
let's go from
we go down
S tier.
What? Well,
S
they're
tier is
already
top.
ranked?
No. But we're ranking them
Oh,
ourselves.
gotcha,
So
gotcha.
S tier is top.
Yeah.
And then is there an A tier? Or does it go right to
No,
B tier?
it's S, A,
S, A,
B.
B, C, D.
The one they skip is E. They just
Let's
don't do E.
D and F. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just a standard tier list. Smash Brothers. You know, that's how its tier list started.
Is
With
it?
ranking Smash characters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We got item one ready.
Yeah, Dust.
Dust, like angel
Dust.
dust.
Yeah, dude. Don't you remember doing a bunch of fucking angel dust and fighting cops and eating people's faces together?
Oh,
No, dude. Dust the game.
Oh.
Dust the game, bro. On not Doppler.
Not Dop, dude. You ever fuck with Dust, Connor?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
It's like this game where you like start
Dude,
with like
no
a bunch
one-
of chemical elements
No
and that you like
one's
mix
gonna know what this
together.
is.
Probably not.
Yeah, I
Not
think-
one person watching this is gonna know what the fuck that is. It's like a random flash game that
I was dust my first on this lineal.
yeah, like just a random
was
flash
drunk,
game
holy
on
shit.
like a game, like a website not Doppler that I don't think anyone went on besides us. But that game rocked. Yeah, you just like put like dust of water and lava and like metal, and they would like react, and you could like make little people. and
chemical reactions, and
Yeah.
there was also little people for some reason that you could
Flash
control.
games were a big part of our lives because we had like no console style parents.
Yeah.
But we had a computer, so you know, Armor games, Crazy Monkey games,
Dude,
not
why did we
Doppler.
have? Oh, we were probably so computer based because
Dad,
Dad's been 3D modeling since
It's-
3D modeling was like a
thing. Yeah,
thing
yeah.
actually.
He's really good at that.
So Dust, like, I don't know. I had fun playing Dust, but it wasn't like the shit. I'll probably
Right.
put that in like B tier.
I think B tier is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I remember it though.
Yeah.
Like I remember it, and there's probably one fucking guy watching this right now being like,
My friend Sam was playing Sam Hazen. Shout outs to Sam, EchoDolls.com.
I love Sam.
I told her about Dust, and she was like, "Oh yeah," and then she showed me this more Dust game that was like way more complicated, so many more elements and possibilities, and she was building computers in this game
Like-
when she was like 12, like fully functioning games within the game using the elements to like build computers. She had like processors and RAM and shit, and like her builds were like popular.
I do remember like seeing like there was like kids that we went to school with that were like always building like little computers inside of.
Those kids are about to start running the world. I'm telling you, they're on the come up right now.
Nah, they're all on the street.
Yeah, they either got very addicted to drugs and they're homeless, or
Yeah, the one guy that I knew that was like into that shit, he recently got out of the gutters basically. So I think it's like you're just curious, you know.
yeah, they're gonna come up though. It's almost their time.
B tier. All right, next one.
B tier, yeah.
Strong Bad.
S tier, easy.
Speaking of S tier,
Easy S tier.
Strong Bad,
I
Homestar
mean, that's
Runner.
like really the kind of the touchstone of this whole thing.
That's why we're here today.
It's I really can't like emphasize enough like how much of a touchstone Homestar Runner, Strong Bad, like that whole thing, like how creative, how immersive, how the attention to detail, the character building, the world building, the independence, the creativity. It's a lasting legacy that is drastically affected my sense of humor in ways that I think I can't even really fully.
I reference that shit without even realizing I'm referencing
really, yeah.
it. It's just a part of my vocab. You know what? That deserves one of these.
Patriots in control, Strong Bad in control.
Not much needs to be said.
Really not, yeah.
S tier all the way.
All the way.
Okay, how about Weeble stuff?
Oh,
that's
honestly,
gonna be.
I don't remember much, but I was obsessed with that shit.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was like early slapstick fucking. Like I feel like Weeble stuff birthed like the type of like 2D slapstick animation we have today. Not birthed it, but like
It was kind of like British Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Like it was this place where like there was Weeble and Bob, and then the characters that the creators of the website had. But it was also like a platform for a lot of like independent animators in like I don't know how early it started, maybe late 90s, but for sure early 2000s.
Yeah, that's where we got shit like Ultimate Showdown.
Yeah, I mean it's like
Super
that's where Ultimate Showdown, end of the world, you know, Lesai, Badger, mushroom.
So millennial.
Yeah, it's like the random millennial humor.
Yeah.
It like I think a lot of it started like in the UK.
That makes sense.
You
Yeah,
know?
Weeble stuff. Yeah, that was when like random, like that breed of random.
Yeah, and I think
was
it's like
so heavy in
looking back
culture.
at it now, I think it caused a lot of harm.
That's like the type of random that's seen as
Like,
like the most cringe
thing
like possible
ever.
thing right now. We're onto like a new breed of random that like is.
But it's like you can't forget. It's like it's all the same fucking shit.
It really is. Like, there's
Yeah.
different flavors of random now.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Starbucks girl on TikTok who would just like, you know, we've gone for less into just like random like think of thing that like it doesn't make any sense here to more fever dream random.
Right.
And I feel like maybe that's gonna be seen as the new cringe.
Right, just like the
potentially very
super
soon.
deep fried memes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's I know it's just and it's like
like how random can we get until random just stops being?
But it's like random and stuff is always going to be funny.
Yeah,
it's like that's
it's
what
super
humor is.
super contextual.
Humor is just like something you don't expect, and then it like makes you make a sound out of your body that you can't control.
Yeah.
And it's like what is random can only be random for a period of time until it's not random anymore.
Yeah, like saying some shit like I'm not as random as you think I salad. That's cringe, right? That's so cringe millennial.
Yeah.
But like if I had my fucking buddy just like come out of this closet like rushing out of here like y'all didn't even know she was in there the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be funny. It's all just timing, and it's like once the timing becomes predictable, then it's just not funny anymore.
I wish so bad I had a friend hiding in my closet right now ready to jump out. That would have been so perfect.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll get that in the budget. All right, let's move
Do
it.
I?
All right,
come out
next up
anytime.
we got salad fingers.
I mean, that just kind of
we already brought-
we basically
Yeah.
covered it.
Same
Yeah.
genre.
I didn't
Oh
really
wait,
care.
also
we never
we didn't tier Weeble stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna just kind of lump it in with Newgrounds and say A tier because of how many like creators it put on,
Yeah.
and like how much it affected, again, like our sense of humor and just that independent creative spirit. Then I'm knocking it down from S because of how hack that shit is now.
Yeah, I'll put it A tier also. Probably also salad fingers, sort of same.
It's same
breed.
Yeah.
Let's skip past salad
Yeah.
fingers. Not much to say about that.
Yeah.
That we
I'd like to
already
say
said.
it's probably my least favorite David Firth series,
You know, that's
which is like maybe a hot take, but I thought that all of his other stuff was like way better.
Way
I
better.
see. I didn't know the name of the creator.
I think-
knew
is that
he
his
had
name,
other
David Firth?
stuff.
that's right. Yeah.
What else has he done?
He did that thing.
Brave Little Toaster Boy was pretty nuts.
Yeah,
I'm not
and then
familiar.
what's the one with like the tree that explodes?
Is that My Spoon Is Too Big? Or is that a different guy?
No, that's Don Hertzfeld, who's also
yeah,
a
right.
legend and gets
My
S tier.
spoon is too big.
Yeah.
that's
I forgot about that
Yeah,
shit.
that guy he's got short films and stuff that are like
Burnt
really-
Face Man. That was really funny.
Yeah.
If I
I don't
remember
know
correctly.
any of this.
No, David Firth is I
He's
agree.
just like a
with-
dark comedy animator of like the 2000s.
I
Yeah.
see.
I heard tell of like a new. I think recently he dropped a new Salad Fingers.
Interesting.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stickman Sam. I have no idea what that is.
These are such bullshit.
Yeah, are
items.
these all just Flash games?
No,
Okay,
let's-
you know what? I think I'm gonna start doing some producing here, and I'm gonna pick ones that are actually good.
Yeah, pick the good ones. I think I did have some
they're all
bullshit.
just,
Yeah.
like, Flash
Yeah, these suck.
games.
These are
These
bad.
Are horrible.
Yeah.
It's like they're all the same thing.
Okay, how about this one?
It's just stuff you did on the computer when you were
Yeah.
a kid.
Again, I was drunk. We
One
were
of
doing
them
this
is
together, by the way,
literally-
so these are some of your
I
items.
don't
eventually.
remember doing
One of
this.
these is literally CartoonNetwork.com.
Yeah. Yo.
S tier.
S tier,
Yeah.
dude. It doesn't get more zillennial
right.
non-console having than CartoonNetwork.com.
But
Bro,
again-
the Ed, and Eddie Skater game,
Yeah.
bro. The fucking Kids Next Door,
Door
fucking. They had several good ass Kid Next Door games.
yeah.
They had the one where you go
The
into
Trick or Treat one.
the trick or treat
Oh,
one,
dude,
the
the
one
trick-
where you launch the fucking like little bunnies into space, the fucking the one where you make a Kid Next Door character. I made a lot
Oh,
of
dude, I
sicko
I printed those out, dude.
yeah, we had hella Kids Next
Dude,
Door
I remember
OCs.
we would like make inventions, like Kids Next Door inventions, like
Oh,
weapons.
we had our own Kids Next
Like,
Door.
when-
We had a fucking
Yeah,
hideout near our elementary school and everything.
Yeah, I was super into Kids Next Door. I remember one time I like, cause I was not like a smart or crafty child. I like, I like took a bunch of salt and like put it in paper and then like crumpled it up and like taped it up. And then I was like, when I throw this at people, it's like a salt bomb.
Bro, you're assaulting them.
All right, is there any ones that aren't just like
Yeah,
websites?
here's one. Blockbuster.
Oh, that's an
Blockbuster.
easy S. That's an
S
easy.
tier, dude. Oh, we went to the last Blockbuster. I'm wearing my Blockbuster onesie next podcast. We went to the last Blockbuster.
Nice.
They had it in Central Oregon where we lived. And the one thing I wanted they didn't have though, unfortunately, which was those bucket popcorns where it's like you put the whole bucket in the microwave. You remember those? You put the whole bucket in the microwave and the popcorn's at the bottom with all the butter in the plastic wrap, and then it.
No, I don't remember that.
Don't remember that, bro. I need.
Did we
one.
get them at Blockbuster?
We would get those at Blockbuster, yeah. And then I would usually get one of those, and then one of the triple push pops, where it was 3 different flavors of push pop.
I know we talk about how all the time like nostalgia is like poisonous and you shouldn't dwell on it and it's a sickness.
I hate nostalgia. Nostalgia, that's
F
D tier.
D tier.
F tier. F tier. I forgot
Yeah.
F was even an option.
But maybe I put it in D because it's like thinking about Blockbuster right now does like make me, but it is kind of like nauseating, dude. It's like kind of nauseating. Like think about just like us like with our family, dude. Like, and then I would get scared of the scary videos.
the scary video covers would give me nightmares.
dude. Nightmares. And
You know what, Blockbuster's going down to A tier for me, and then nostalgia's going up to D tier.
I think that's really fair, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you?
Who's keeping track of where all this stuff goes?
We're just doing it.
Okay, cool.
yeah. It's fine. Yeah, we don't need a We don't need. We can do a visual in post if we feel so inclined.
I don't think we need
I don't
to.
think who the fuck cares. No, he was like actually sitting in. All right. What was your go-to candy? Triple push pop.
Triple push pop until it turned into those crunch clusters. The
The chocolate ones.
The chocolate
Yo.
crunch bar clusters.
I'll get. I think I got baby bottle pop when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
And then I like kind of graduated to milk duds as like sort of a maturity.
Oh, so we
thing.
both went from the super
was-
sweet hard candy
Yeah.
to the chocolate.
Yeah.
To sophisticated.
It's a little more like
Chalky.
adult, I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
I used to really like. I would dip my popcorn in soda.
I remember you doing that and then think it was gross then and thinking also that it's gross and weird now. You also would like melt your ice cream.
Yeah, I
you
would
would
make
like
it softer.
You were like, yo, I need it soft.
Yeah.
And I'd be
So I would wait for it to melt, and then
I
I
would like
mix
get
it up.
mad.
I would mix it up like
Yeah.
a lot. I would just be sitting there mixing the fuck out of it till it was soft serve. And
It's
then-
not soft serve, it's just melted ice cream.
It was no, because it wasn't melted. It was soft.
Maybe is that how they make soft serve? Maybe.
I think so.
Damn, something to think about.
Yeah.
All right, is there any more?
Yeah, there's a million, but they all are the same thing.
Wait, just okay. We're not
This
going to
was
rank
a very
them.
This is
unrefined
what's
We're
gonna
list.
not
happen.
going to make them. We're
This
not
was
going to
not
rank
the
them,
final
but
draft.
just like list a bunch of them.
This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna say one of them, and Cass will be like, "Oh, dude, remember playing that fucking game, dude?"
It's just, I think
That's been every interaction
made
so far.
like a tier
Oh,
list.
dude.
Yeah, it's like I guess Cat since I did this.
Fancy Pants Adventure, dude. Oh,
S tier.
That's
S tier.
that's not
That's-
on here, but that is S tier.
That's my fucking style. That's my style motivation.
It's like we're
this.
like trying to come up with a zillennial tier list.
Yeah, and it's like this is only for zillennial gamers, zillennial web gamers.
Yeah,
That's the real.
did not have a console.
Yeah,
all right, will you just like rip
and
off,
everything is S tier.
Will you? Yes.
Nothing. I think one thing has been F tier. There's nothing in the middle right now. So I think I need you guys to think a little more critically about all these
Will
things.
you just like rip like a few of them without us rating them just to see like how
Yeah. Blockland.
another
S tier,
Yeah,
dude.
yo,
Blockland, the original Roblox.
The original Roblox, dude.
There's a new Blockland
I heard
that
about
just
it.
came out. The physics are crazy.
I saw that. Yeah, we should rip that for a
My
stream.
friend's been playing the beta version,
Yeah.
and it's gonna officially release in no time. Gotta play that shit.
I'm stoked on that.
We should get back on our streaming shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, Blockland S tier.
S tier for sure.
Okay.
We
great.
had cred on
On
Blockland.
Blockland, dude.
Bitches knew us on
Dude,
Blockland.
that's how I
when we
learned
were-
how to. That's
when
how
we
I
were
like. That's
preteens.
how I first learned about computers and computer programs.
You were like port forwarding, like
Yeah, dude,
to
back
do
when it
fucking
was-
mods when you were like a baby,
Yeah, dude.
and like hosting some of the most popular servers on the game.
Yeah, dude. I taught you how to do it. You made even more popular servers than I did.
Bitches loved my fuck. What would you? I don't even. I had a military role play server.
Yeah, dude. I love military roleplay. I loved city RPGs.
I had
dude.
a
Yeah, dude. I was modding and port
disappearing
forwarding at like
tile-
9.
Yeah.
Port forwarding is a lot easier now but back in the day it was fucking pain in the ass because Skype would always be getting in the way. All right, S tier for
S tier,
sure.
yeah.
Another obscure game that no one fucking played.
the people who will get it though.
They fucking know, dude.
Here's something a little less obscure. Pikmin.
Pikmin.
S tier.
Oh, yeah. S tier.
S tier.
And Pikmin, dude, it's the only
Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2.
to this day.
Yeah.
One of the only, if not the only, mainstream game that is unique. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can compare it to. I guess I'm not the biggest gamer, but like, what can
Yeah.
you even compare?
There's, like,
to Pikmin,
one
and
old
what can
game-
Pikmin be compared
There's
to?
like I forget what it's called. There's like some old arcade game that had like a bunch of little people that follow you around, but other than that, there's nothing like it.
It's and like the aesthetic,
The aesthetics, especially
the sound design,
the sounds are incredible. The monsters, I loved the poetry of finding these old like earthly relics, you know, like marbles and cards, and then the names that they would come up like with them.
The
you
names
know?
are so good.
It's so
Can't
good.
remember any right off.
Can't
the bat.
remember off the dome. That'd be
But they
cool
are
if we
good.
could, but they are good. Yeah.
I wish I could remember a single one.
Yeah.
Too many drugs in this noggin.
I mean, it was a long time
It
ago.
was a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I played it pretty recently, actually.
Word. Yeah.
Like within the year.
Yeah.
Egbert.
Egbert.
Dude, this is it's like it would actually been really good if the subject was like obscure
Yeah,
games.
you should have just made a different tier list.
Well,
this is not like these
Okay,
are
we're
not shared
shifting gears
millennial
then.
experiences.
That's now the tier list.
This your list is, I guess, games that you would play as a kid if you didn't have a PlayStation as a child.
That's the all right. New tier list.
Egbert, I'd probably put that in the B tier.
Honestly, like C or
C
D tier. It's a
tier.
very basic platform.
Yeah, it's just like a shitty.
Nothing really sticks out.
Yeah, it's just
from it.
like as a kid, I would be like, "This is awesome," but like, I wish I was playing Mario at my friend's house.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, but
D,
respect.
probably C or D tier.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to put it in D tier because it's like respect.
It was old as fuck.
It looked cool. I liked the egg.
I still think about those lollipops. C tier.
Yeah, I think a solid C. All right.
Now we got something in the middle at least.
Yeah, that's good.
I love boobies bracelets.
Okay, that's
That, like,
okay.
an
Now
actual-
after we committed to making it games, we like actually get something that's on topic. Okay, so back to those little I love
Super
boobies.
millennial. I need to get me one of those. I bought one of those at fucking Zoomies when I was like 11, and the dude checking me out was like trying to pull a prank on me because he definitely switched out with like this hot woman like to check me out instead, and she was like, "So you just want the I Hearts Boobies bracelet?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yo, I think okay, that actually is like right goes into exactly what I was thinking. I think there was like a lot of sexual energy behind the I Love Boobies bracelet at that time.
That's why they sold so well. Is because teenage boys wanted to buy them and be like, "Yeah, I heart boobies," but it's because I care about breast cancer.
Oh, dude, that is so like proto male feminist who's just doing it to get pussy. That's how it started,
That's
dude.
how it all started with I Heart's Boobies
Oh,
bracelets.
shit.
Never go.
Damn. That's like now guys are just like, I love Phoebe Bridgers. You don't know who Phoebe Bridgers is, do you? That's fucking crazy.
I'm pretty bad
Connor,
with
you got me
names.
on that one?
Yeah, it's pretty weird. You don't know who Phoebe Bridgers
I
is.
might, I'm
But
really bad with
what
names.
I said is like the I Love Boobies bracelet is the proto like Highland Park guy that's like I love Phoebe Bridgers, but he's like just trying to get pussy.
Yeah, dudes who like Phoebe Bridgers are just trying to get pussy.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here.
I mean, she's really good.
And she's got, I mean, I'm not, that's no disrespect to Phoebe Bridgers.
As soon as I said that, I was like, I think I'm maybe misrepresenting myself.
No. I like Phoebe Bridgers too.
Yeah.
I actually.
So we might not have been filming there for a minute.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Or for a good while. I haven't looked over.
Or just the entire time.
No, we've definitely not the entire time, but it.
That's fine.
I don't know if that notification stopped recording or not. We'll find out.
Yeah, and if we just put technical difficulties
Yeah.
over, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Phoebe Bridgers. I love her music. To all any ladies who are listening out there, like I really relate to it, like on an emotional level, and like as a lyricist, she's brilliant. And
I heard she's mean.
Okay.
you know, it's like they say that a lot about just like women who are kind of killing it in the industry.
No, I've heard that from
People
other.
say I'm mean.
I've heard that from women that I know that are also killing it in the industry.
Yeah, well, it's like
I'm not gonna name
we
any
like
names.
we try
but
to
I've heard that
like
she's mean.
it's like you know, it's like women like have so much internalized misogyny that they're always trying to bring other queens down.
That's so true.
Wow,
I try to bring other queens down all the time.
powerful discourse here. Really glad I brought that up.
We got another tier list item.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, scraping.
Wait,
your
we
knees
didn't
and
rate
elbow-
I Love Boobies.
Oh, honestly,
Probably D.
I'm gonna put that A tier
Oh.
because it started the trend of
Of like
being able to pretend you're
like
into
women to get
something.
pussy.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, S tier.
pretending you care about women to get pussy.
Yeah, so that's S tier for sure. You're
Yeah.
so right. I was putting it in D tier to try to get pussy just now. Damn, that's fucking powerful stuff.
Really makes you think. Smosh.
Smosh, dude. I mean, there's a
It's
lot.
crazy because they like so powerful, such a powerhouse, and like especially like the fact that they're even still around
So
now and
prolific, dude.
everyone still loves them.
Yeah.
like
You gotta respect
at least
that
be
hustle.
A tier. Gotta really respect the hustle. They've always stayed true to themselves.
I mean, but it's like 97% of everything they put out over those years was just the most middling, unfunny shit ever.
it's like they themselves are funny though. I
They're
think.
funny, and I like what that guy, what's his name, Anthony. He's doing those interviews
Anthony Padilla, yeah, he's been doing some solid interviews, and
Yeah.
and he seems like a really chill dude, and I love him, and I love.
And I mean,
Ian,
it's like I would be
and-
lying if I wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, I think they're a type of comedy. I put Eric Andre in this genre too, where it's like nothing they do, like the stuff they write, like it's not funny by itself. Like anyone else performing it, like for the most part, it would just fall flat. Like it wouldn't be that funny. But it's the energy they bring to it that makes it great.
And it's just like the impact. And
The
it's
impact's crazy. Smosh like
they like invented YouTube.
pretty much.
Like
yeah.
would YouTube be eats the way that it was today? Like
and
if
like
it wasn't?
they really took it to
Would
like
YouTube be the absolute disgusting horror show that it was today?
they really took it to a higher production level too.
That's
Because
facts.
before, like when it was like Ryan, Higa, Fred, anyone,
What's his
I
name?
can't-
What was his name on? What was his username again? What was that Ryan Higa? What was his?
See, I don't remember how to pronounce it. I
Yeah.
know it's not said like the N word. And I know you're trying to bait me right now.
Oh, I remember. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know it's pronounced differently, but I don't remember how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
So, nice try.
Yeah, I just don't remember it. I was just asking.
Yeah,
If
you
you
don't
do good.
remember. Sure. They took it to a higher production level. I would say they really brought in the editing.
Yeah, I give it a high B.
I give them an A. I was a huge Smosh fan.
I mean,
back
I
then.
liked it too. I remember Connor and I were
I'm
watching
still
a
a
lot of
Anthony
I
Smosh.
watched a
Padilla
lot of
fan.
Smosh, yeah.
I
What
don't
would you
really
rate?
know
What
what
would
Ian's
you
been
put
up
it?
to, but
Because I think they didn't really stand the test of time for me, I'd have to agree with like B tier.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's fair.
We're in
That's
agreement.
fair.
Yeah, I think we both respect each other's.
Yeah, like I respect the hell out of them.
Yeah, I got
For
it. I
sure.
mean,
they're pioneers.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
have I ever been like, oh, let me check out a Smosh video since I was like 15?
No.
So
I
And
was
it's like-
watching a
it's-
couple recently, and it was like I wasn't laughing my head off, but it was still entertaining.
It's like it sucks that like all the vloggers we grew up watching were invariably turned out to be pedophiles.
It's unfortunate.
is that true?
Yes.
What about that Andrew guy from Canada? What was his name?
Oh, Andrew Bravner, I don't think he was good. Yeah,
He wasn't very popular though,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Wasn't he just someone like kind of just like we were into like?
yeah.
So maybe.
Does anyone remember Andrew?
Huge
Is
shout out to Andrew
if you're
Bravner.
watching, a huge reason why we're here today.
huge
that,
fan.
That guy was
Huge.
he just put on the beanie.
He put on the beanie. He put on the V-neck.
It felt like he did it because he enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. And it was contagious. He just got on there and just kind of talked about his day.
Made
And-
funny little videos.
Yeah, he made like a couple music videos that I really liked. Turned me
He
on
had
to some music that I was into
vlog
as a
candy.
kid.
He had that little
Vlog can't right. He was like trying to bring people together, dude.
Yeah.
Like early, bro.
Yeah.
Like the vlog candy.
and it just didn't go anywhere for them.
It was
which is
ahead
just
of its
unfortunate.
time, dude.
It really was.
It's like he like made like the first hype house.
he really did. Huge shot. This
Dude.
this podcast goes out to Andrew
Andrew
Bravner.
Bravner, dude. That guy was a fucking legend, and he's definitely not a pedophile, as far as I know.
I'd be so surprised.
Yeah, he was like Christian, I think. Like, I mean, not to say that you can't be Christian and a pedophile. So, you know, but he seemed like he's. Are you? Yeah. I hope he's watching, dude. That guy rocks.
How about Surf's Up
Oh yeah.
Oh, with
with Shia?
Shia LaBeouf. You know, I saw that movie when it came out.
Surf's up, bro.
And I liked it, but I don't really have any strong.
That's why I'm a furry now. One of the many reasons.
Seems like just any movie that had an animal in it.
There is a lot of anthropomorphic animal movies coming out.
Well,
around
yeah,
that
because
time.
there's a grand conspiracy to
turn us all into furries.
to turn everyone into a gay trans furry, and you're
Yeah, and it definitely worked on me. Somehow you missed it.
I just have like a really strong constitution for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty weak, man.
They're after me. Trust me, they're trying to get me.
Bro, they've actually had me trying to change your shit up for a while
I
now.
know it. Don't I know it? And I know that the Chinese are going to continue to pull their levers to shoot this thing to the top to try to,
Yeah, me getting possessed was actually me getting hit with the fucking trans femme furry beam.
the
really
Chinese
try to get
trans-
to you.
Yeah,
It wasn't even about me.
Yeah, they missed. Nice try. These colors don't run, baby. All right, we got any more? This is good. I like this.
Yeah, we have 1 billion.
It's like a.
And they're all bad. I'm like trying to pick the good ones.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
one-
will you do
ones
it just to do like a few bad ones, and we won't rate them.
Yeah, what would you call bad? Because I don't know. I thought there was a pretty good list.
They're just all games. They're just all games that you guys played.
That no one else played.
That's not. This
It's
isn't-
just like a tier list of like
it's just
art
a tier list
of
of
like
games that you guys played. I'm like, what the fuck is VMK?
yo S tier.
S tier.
Like this whole segment is just me being like, what
Bro,
the fuck is?
everyone played
Dude,
VMK.
everyone was
Virtual
playing
Magical
Magical
Kingdom.
Kingdom.
We were all pulling
Like,
fucking e-bitches in that
dude.
game.
Yeah, dude.
Onto our fucking pads.
Yes.
And space, our space pads with the invisible
So
walls.
VMK, for maybe the viewers at home that don't know what VMK is, Disney released like an MMO similar to the style of like Habbo Hotel, where it's just kind of like a top-down 3D character, and then you existed in Disneyland basically.
So
and,
sick.
And yeah, you would like a character that you would create, and then you just like talk and hang out. You get magical powers, And then they did it for the 50th anniversary of Disney or whatever.
Why does it feel like it's been Disney's 50th anniversary for a million years?
Dude, I don't know. I think it was like, because it was the 50th anniversary of, the 100th anniversary of Disneyland? No, of Disney.
I feel like every time I've been to Disneyland or Disney World, they're like 50th anniversary. And I'm like, when is it not your 50th anniversary?
Yeah, it's like probably the 50th anniversary of like whatever. You know, it's like the 50th anniversary of Mickey Mouse. It's the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney or, you know.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, when I went there last, it was like the 100th anniversary of Disney, and everything was like purple and silver.
Whoa.
It was actually pretty cool.
I'd probably be considered a Disney adult at this point. I've been to Disneyland and Disney World quite a few times.
Honestly, it's like that's probably one of my least favorite things about myself is how much I love Disneyland.
I don't really
freak out every time I go.
I don't love Disney
It rocks.
content. Like Disney content itself, like I've never even seen Lion King. Like I don't watch much Disney content unless you count Marvel, I guess, at this point because they own fucking everything Disney. But like the actual, like you know the
I like
staples.
Pixar movies a lot.
Is Pixar Disney now?
Yeah, Disney, Pixar. It's kind of like the whole.
Right.
Now.
Oh, has it always been?
Yeah.
I don't know shit, dude.
Like
Okay.
Toy Story,
Got-
all that shit.
Okay.
It's Disney,
Oh,
Pixar.
yeah. Oh, they had a sick Toy Story ride at Disney World where you like shoot shit.
Whoa.
I'm getting way off track.
Yeah. No. Okay. So VMK, S tier for me. That was a big part of my. Is it any other? What are some other
That'll
shitty
be
ones?
that. You know what?
You didn't really play. You didn't really play that shit.
I didn't play it a whole lot.
You weren't really about it.
I was more Club Penguin Toontown pilled, which
Yeah.
S tier, S tier.
Yeah.
Toontown S tier.
Club Penguin.
Club Penguin B
B
tier.
tier,
Same
yeah.
with VMK though for me.
Yeah, I like.
They're pretty much the same thing.
Club Penguin kind of sucked because you had to pay money to do anything. Also, Club Penguin basically invented the idea of making it okay for your parents to put their credit card information.
They
In a
invented
computer.
subscription service.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Even though
Yeah.
Toontown was the same, but Toontown subscription service came with a fucking kick-ass real-life mail that they would mail you that would come with like a magazine and stickers
shit. Yeah,
and
dude.
shit.
They made
and it
it-
was so cool. They cut the codes and stuff
Yeah,
that were like
yeah,
in-game
yeah,
stuff. No one's doing it like that anymore.
Yeah.
Anti-capitalist furry game somehow Disney made. Shout-outs to Toontown. Toontown Rewritten's also goated.
Yeah.
Huge Toontown fan. S tier.
Yeah,
S tier all the way.
I think like
The community too.
yeah, everybody's really nice. Yeah, Club Penguin, you had to really to even participate in the world at all in a serious way. You had to pay for it.
Yeah.
And that's evil.
Yeah.
Toontown, you could play the game without paying for it.
Toontown had a huge sense of community too.
Yeah.
Like all the bean fests, like
Yeah.
like the way you would take down buildings together and coordinate, like
S tier is getting banned from Club Penguin though. That shit was always really funny.
That's true.
Yeah.
I had my first heartbreak in Toontown. There was this girl. Shout outs to Princess Fairy Wand. She we did a lot of buildings together, and then one day she just wasn't on my friends list anymore, and I ran into her in Toontown Central, fighting cogs with some other guys. She just acted like I didn't exist.
Fuck, man. I'm sorry that happened to you, dude. That's.
It was a tragedy. It was heartbreaking.
No. All right.
Apparently my phone's gonna die soon.
All right.
What are we at?
You want to do like one more?
Let's do one more, then we'll call it.
Yeah, we'll do like one that you think is the best one.
Yeah, do the best one.
Clay World.
S tier.
S tier. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Or talk about early YouTube.
Oh yeah, dude, I gotta be sneaky.
I gotta be quick.
I gotta be quick. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I think how much we get? We got an hour, probably over. We got an
Or
hour.
like about as long as the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. Click World.
Clay World.
Clay
S
World
tier.
S tier.
Yeah.
I guess.
Patriots.
Never fucking heard of it.
Patriots in control.
Make sure to
These colors don't run. Never give up. Never surrender.
make sure to look after your fellow
I'm not-
man.
Yeah.
And have a blessed day.